Good morning, beautifuls. I'm trying to come up with different ways of saying hello to keep it interesting. It's currently 5:30. Just finished doing my makeup, and now we're gonna go to the gym. Ew! And do some legs. I'm speaking a little bit softer because my partner is still asleep, so gotta keep it down. I'm just gonna get, what do I need to get? I'm gonna get my gym bag ready, and then what else do I need? Shit! Oh yeah, some snacks before the gym. I don't usually like to eat very heavy. Like I'll probably shove a few rice crackers in my mouth, and then I'm set. And then post workout, it's super fucking heavy. I go all out. I eat half, a yogurt thing. I'll show you later. But let's go. Hi! So we made it to the gym, and for the first time, there's finally no bloody cars here. Just look, let me just show you. Look. There's literally no cars. Which is great because every single time I literally come here, all the cars are packed, no matter what time. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, any fucking time. And there's just always cars. And for the first time, there isn't. So I'm really looking forward to a really empty gym. And it's gonna be so exciting! Literally when there are no people around, I thrive. This is where I thrive. My happiest is when there aren't many people around. I don't know why. Maybe because I'm an introvert and I recharge when I'm alone. Ooh, I like that. Sorry, just realized, yeah, I am a verbal processor, as you could probably tell. Yeah. Hence why I love, I don't know if any of you like this, but I love voice messaging my friends, because when I'm recounting stories or memories or something that just occurred, I can process it oh my God, it's insane. I realize certain things that I wouldn't have if I were to just call them or text them what happened. Obviously when you call someone, it's great, but I find that when you're voice messaging someone, so many things come up. You have that space for the first time to just blurt everything out and to really, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm just really thinking about it too deeply, but that's what I find that I love voice messaging. So I have this friend, really good friend. She's living in the Netherlands, and it's amazing. We literally voice message each other 30-40 minutes long voice messages on WhatsApp, and it's great. It's super amazing, and I love her so much. She's amazing. Not many people like to do that, so that's definitely another thing. So if you find those people, please hold on to them for dear life, because you won't find them very often. All right, enough stalling and enough procrastinating. I'm really procrastinating because I I don't know. I'm in this really shit kind of feeling at the moment. Like I've been waiting for my period for so long. Like this is, I think, almost 6 weeks now. And I'm just like, are you kidding me? 6 weeks. Like, I'm not pregnant because I feel like my body is heating up. Like I had a very late ovulation and now I'm having a very late luteal week. But it's just so annoying. And I don't want to take birth control as like a thing to regulate my menstrual cycle because I'm seeds. I'm not bothered. And last time I took something, I took this other one and it messed me up. Like it gave me 3 months worth of periods. So absolutely not. Absolutely not. So I'm really not looking forward to leg day. Oh shit, do I have leg day? I'm getting mild cramping as well, but still nothing's coming. Like I feel sweaty, I feel grumpy. And I'm just like, when are you coming, bitch? Like when are you coming? Like do you ever have those like self-talks with your uterus sometimes? Because I do. I definitely do. Like this week, my partner thought I was crazy, but I just held my uterus and I was like, bitch, you better come. Like you better get your ass here because you've been stalling for so long. So hopefully she comes, just maybe not during the workout. That'd be great. All right, let's go. I want to talk about something super, super important that I think doesn't get talked about enough, right? As a gym girl, progress is so slow, especially with someone who has really shit genetics. I have really, really bad genetics. It is so hard pushing yourself to the limits and not seeing the results like others have. Especially, I want to talk about what it's like being a gym girl with Indian genetics as a female. I know a lot of my Caucasian friends, they have entirely different progress compared to myself. And I kept thinking, yeah, after a year, after 2 years, after 3 years, I'm gonna like be ripped and jacked. And it's not really the case at all. It's not really been the case. I really want to talk about this feeling of not being there yet. Not being there yet. You know, every single time I'm at the gym, most weeks I find I feel great. I'm going there to get stronger. I'm going there to focus on myself, focus on my mental health, focus on bettering me every day, being 1% better. But there are just some days that feeling seeps in, you know? That feeling when maybe you see multiple mirrors around or you see that one girl and you're like, are you freaking kidding me? I just hate that feeling of never feeling good enough, never feeling like you're there yet. And that's not the point. Like, you know exactly your purpose behind why you're doing your habits. It's not to get a particular goal or to get an end goal, but you can't help it. You can't. And especially with someone that has genetics, you have to try so freaking hard. Like, I'm talking about, for me, eating whole foods, you know, cutting out sugar, barely ever eating out, you know, I don't know. I hate the concept of cheat meals because I just think food is food. But, you know, no binge eating on really saturated food, like McDonald's or whatever. And it still doesn't feel like I've made as much progress as I thought I would. But I think that is okay. it's okay in an unsatisfying way. And I think it's a feeling that I'm still struggling with. I'm still struggling to get to terms with. You know, I think I'm in the best shape of my life, hands down. You know, I see muscle. I see, you know, my quads developing. I see my upper body developing that I've never seen 3 years ago. 3 years ago, me would be in complete shock. But you don't really think like that. You don't always think, you don't really compare you to you. You know, you compare you to what's out there. You compare you to what's normal in the fitness world. And being a brown girl, you don't have many fitness influencers that, you know, eat Indian food or promote that and gaining muscle, or if you see that prominently in the fitness space where you can be like, oh, that's something I aspire to. It's like everyone comes from like a Caucasian background, and so when you are watching things online, when you're out at the gym, you're just like, where, what, you know? Like, I know for some people that doesn't really matter, the representation doesn't matter, but to me it does. It's like, for the first time when I saw Bridgerton, and I saw season 2 with Kate and Anthony, for the first time, it felt so validating. Like, it felt so good to be to see myself in a main role, to finally be represented. I know you're not supposed to think about what other people think, but I guess in the Indian community, it's pretty much ingrained into you as a female. Is like everything you do has to be around what others think about you. Whereas I think in a lot of other cultures, it's like, yeah, you know, it's there, but yeah, I can do whatever I want. It's like in Indian culture, it's like anything that you do, anything that you wear, you dress, you say, it's all about whether it brings honor to your family or it doesn't. And so I think with that, those traditional values, it's so hard as a gym girl to then continue to compare yourself to you when all your life you have been brought up to compare yourself to others in order to maneuver yourself, in order to look at how you grow. You know, it's always like, you know, when I was younger, when I was at school, it was always about, look who's doing better, look who's having this success, why don't you be more like X? And as an adult now, that those thoughts and that belief system can be so damaging. Like, I'm constantly grappling with this feeling of never being good enough, never being good enough for my parents, never being good enough at work, and honestly, sometimes never being good for myself. Like, I have these expectations in my head, and when you don't meet them, you crumble. You get disappointed really, really easily. But something I also noticed as well is when you have successes, I find that, I don't know if it's just me, but I find that when I have successes, they're not a big deal for me. Like, I don't celebrate it. I don't put in as much energy as I do for my fails or my lows. Like, it's so crazy. Like, I recently did a cutting phase and I lost 5.5 kilos sustainably over 12 weeks. And at the end of it, I was like, oh my God, yay. Like, obviously post excitement, yay, I'm so happy, woo. And then these thoughts of, oh, actually, you could have done a little bit more. Oh, look at this person. They lost 10 kilos. Why did you just lose 5.5? Or actually, your back doesn't even look that shredded. Or are you serious? Like, you could have looked a little bit like leaner. Come on. Like, I don't know. It's so tiring, like thinking these thoughts and having to constantly battle yourself in just trying to accept and trying to value and be grateful for the little wins. And that's something I really want to dive into and grow more in bettering myself, is being grateful and spending more time and energy in actually looking at myself in the mirror and saying, you know what? I look really good today. You know, I may not be as lean as the girl next to me, but I look so good. I think that's something I want to get better at. I'm not there yet, but I know that with time and practice and patience, I will be able to slowly soften those voices of never being good enough or never feeling like you're there yet. It is so tiring. Like, I don't know if it's just me, but it is just so exhausting having these thoughts permeate your brain like 24/7. And I often find that with these thoughts comes avoidance. Avoidance of good things, avoidance of doing good things for yourself. You can do all of that for other people. I think it's so much easier to do good things for others, but it's so much harder to do good things for you. You know, invest in your hobbies, invest in a little treat for yourself, a little coffee, a little matcha, you know, a little beach day outing. Like, I find that those things for me are so hard compared to thinking about maybe buying something for someone else, you know, or buying flowers for someone. Like, I just, the feeling of never being good enough links to then you avoiding doing good things for yourself. My therapist dropped a huge bomb on me, like a really big bomb. I love my therapist, but it was confronting. She said that when you have grown up with a lot of dysfunction, when you have a lot of trauma, oftentimes these feelings of never being good enough, you purposefully and maybe subconsciously avoid good things for you because you self-sabotage. Avoidance is an umbrella term for self-sabotaging. And when she said that, I was like, whoa, that's hard. Because I think avoidance, it's such a nice term. It's such a, oh, I avoid, you know, like, I avoid it. But self-sabotage is like a whole nother, it takes avoidance to the next level where you're purposefully declining and intentionally denying good things to occur in your life. Like, when she coined the term self-sabotage, that's when I really woke up and I was like, oh, I'm intentionally misplacing good things because I don't feel like I deserve good things. And that's a whole nother way of thinking about avoidance, for me at least. And I only learned about this 2 weeks ago. So it's scary. I think I'm still struggling with enjoying to do hobbies, you know, enjoying the idea of taking things slow. Like, for me, I'm always like, go, go, go. I clean, I meal prep, I go to work, I sleep at a good time. I make sure all the essentials are done. But when it comes to actually enjoying my life, slowing down, doing something creative, doing something that's going to make me feel a sense of joy, I avoid that. I self-sabotage myself in doing those things because deep down, I don't feel like I deserve to do that. And that's a really confronting thought for me. And it's not even a thought anymore, it's a belief system. It's a whole systematic way of living that I am struggling with. And I guess the gym is just one part of it. I think for me, I'm so good at the gym because I see it as an essential thing. I see it as I'm here to improve my life. I'm here to look better. I'm here to feel better so that in my 40s and 50s, I'm not gonna feel like shit because I'm actually aiding myself in doing something much, much better, you know, like eating whole foods, doing all of the essential stuff, you know, like cleaning, all of that stuff you have to do. It's like productivity kind of thing. But things that I find joy in, I'm like, I don't really feel like I need to do that because it's not productive. And I think it's time for me to step out of this system and do something a little bit joyful for me. And I would love to know what you would do that would be joyful for you. You know, if you could take all of the factors away in your life, stress, work, what's the one thing that you've been really craving, that you've been deep down? Like, I know deep down, I used to draw. Like, I used to love drawing. And I have this whole art thing set up, and I've just not touched it. I just haven't. I have not touched it. Every time I pick up the pencil, I'm so frustrated because the picture didn't look like what I used to be capable of. And so I get frustrated and really upset over the fact that it wasn't as hyper realistic as it used to be, but I'm not patient with myself. That's something I need to work on too. Out of all of the other things, patience with myself. That is something I severely struggle with. Not with others. Others I'm pretty good with, but just me. But I'd love to know if this is something that you're struggling with. What is something that you would like to spend time experiencing joy in if there were no other factors that limited you from doing it? You know, whether it's doing something creative, you know, going to a place on your own, going somewhere with others, you know, actually taking the initiative to want to hang out with someone. You know, whatever it is, I think it's about time we stop being so productive, because I think we're so good at that. I think us as a collective society right now, we're so good at maximizing every single minute of our lives to doing something useful, meaningful, productive that is a must in our lives. But what is something that we would really like to do, or we've had this yearning desire, but we're either scared or feel awkward about it, or it isn't productive, doesn't bring us any money. In fact, it might use money, but would it make you a little bit joyful? Would it make you a little bit happy? Would it make you a little bit more fulfilled in your life? Potentially. And I think it's about time we start focusing our energy on that, focusing our energy in what we find joyful, what we find makes us most happy. Because if we don't, we're going to continue living our lives constantly focusing on productivity, efficiency, and money. And eventually, we're going to get to some stage in our life where we don't even know who we are anymore. We don't even know what we enjoy, what we like, maybe even what we dislike, because we have been doing the things that we hate so often that they become disguised as something that we enjoy. But really, it's not. We've never really taken joy or happiness in it. We've just done it because it's given us this quick feeling of a result in some way, that we don't often feel that in doing something that we enjoy. It's not about the result, it's about the process within whatever that is. So I'm going to think about that for me, because it's something I struggle with, and I will see how I go. And hopefully I will do things that make me feel more joyful. And I hope that you do that too. All right, I'm going to go, but thank you for tagging along with me the entire day, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!